So before I start, I want to talk about the physical symptoms first. So they hit me with something on the top of my head and they said I was right. That's where they make the sounds come from. The back of the head, I think, is where they messed up my jaw and caused me to lose my ability to speak. My neck muscles would just throb. You know how when you go like this, your neck muscle throbs? That's what they caused when they hit me in the back of my head, because they said the college ex-boyfriend said that was the place, and when they did it, they got caught. So I'm telling you guys everything. um it, they sh- I put up the letter that I sent in reply to the college ex-boyfriend's postcard, or that should have been the postcard, and also the phone calls, and it vindicates me. So they said, yeah, we did make this all up. So what they made up was the idea that I was under mind control and that they were responsible for my work, and that they admit vindicates me. So instead, what they're going back to is trying to kill me, pretty much. And I'm not the only person going through this who feel like these people are trying to kill us just to keep us quiet, to get money for medical reasons. I've said this already. Nothing's changed about that. So I wanted to make sure you guys know that it's the top of the head that makes us feel like we hear them in our heads. It's also the sinuses swelling, which is what they keep trying to do. They keep trying to make, my face swell so that I can hear them. But they also want me to see these videos. So the next symptom they want to give me is allergy symptoms, uh, to give me allergies. So they keep trying to make me sneeze. They're spraying things. So they're upstairs. That's why when they run up there, you can hear them in my videos, because they run up there and then they make some sort of noises and they talk and they try to figure out what I'm going to say before I say it. So they wanted to contribute, like they always do, contribute to my videos and my life. So I'm going to give you their idea for interpretation of the day. Their interpretation of the day is, we don't give a shit about you. Okay, that's so we'll talk about that. If they didn't give a shit about me, then they care only about making money off me. And that's my whole point. So you can see how they operate. Their other contribution that they want to make, so besides saying they don't give a shit about me, which is their contribution, they said that because I had wisdom teeth that they weren't able to come through the you know when they were supposed to come out, they were impacted, so they weren't able to come through. I had them removed, and so I had stitches. So they said the reason it hurts more is because I had an injury. But also, I feel one of those things here. So my contribution to my own life is, it's not that there's some sort of, like, how I told you guys about the lumps that form. It's there and I feel it and I can kind of touch it and it moves. So it's like maybe that nerve is damaged, and so when they heat me, that's what happens. So okay, so let's get this done. The next thing they wanted to talk about is my high school, and when they made a mistake about that, and I won't go into it. I made sure to tweet so that my high school is aware and my classmates are aware that these people are trying to start trouble. Not just for me. They also talked about other people's business and secrets, and I've said this in previous videos. So it's, on the one hand, I know they want to kill me, and they made sure to tailor this psychological operation, which is a side you'll see in the hashtag psyops. It's a psychological operation towards me, but they also did it towards other people. So what I think they did was they used me to try to trap other people, and some people fell for it and some people didn't. And for those who didn't, I want to thank you for not falling for it. And I want you guys to call the police, call, the FBI, let the world know this. If you didn't fall for it, what made you not fall for it? And for those who fell for it, I hope you guys also call the police and the FBI, because they're trying to kill people. This is not a game. This isn't. They keep insisting that they want to show me videos in my head or videos while sleeping, which I said is a way of making me missee things. So if I see this in front of my eyes instead of this, I won't see what's really happening. And I mean that literally. So figuratively, there's a figurative element of not being able to see what's really happening. But literally, if they make me missee things, then I would be making mistakes. So part of what they said, and I'm going to try to get this all in, I didn't have mistakes. I didn't make mistakes when I was working. So this could not have been happening then. But they said the reason they didn't want me to swim is because of this, because I could have drowned. But again, you are trying to kill me anyway, so wouldn't it help you if I drown? That's a whole other issue. They also said they don't want me to drive because of this. So as they admit that they made this up after the fact, which I said before, they also admit that this will cause because I'm ill, it will cause my memory to fail. So they said, okay, it confirms. The last time I saw in person the college ex-boyfriend was in 1996. They said they're not sure when I went to Vegas, what year it was, whatever. Again, if they were following me and I was in this program for all these years, they would have known these things. So what I'm doing right now is telling you they are admitting privately that they lied. They made this up. But they said they publicly lower the volume on the truth. So they put the lies out there publicly and they lower the volume on the truth. And I'm telling you, that's how they are. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm publicly speaking out loud. I'm not saying, okay, so now, and then, no, I'm saying it out loud. If they were proud of what they were doing, they wouldn't have done it this way. It's illegal. I never consented to make my private life public. That's where they lied on me. I tweeted, I want this situation to be public. I want their lies that they've told to be public. Not that I wanted my business out there publicly unless I'm telling it, or I want them to lie on me publicly unless I say, okay, here, this is the lie they told. So they intentionally twist things, which is what manipulative people do. What they said, their interpretation of the day is the truth. It's not, that's my point with them. They said they don't give a shit about me just like that. That's the truth. That's the truth. So when they come up with all of these, oh, you're so wonderful, we know that you don't love me. My interpretation is that that's a lie. That's a lie that you love me. The truth, I can't interpret the truth because it doesn't need interpretation. They said they don't give a shit about me. That's the truth. So that's my interpretation. They're finally telling the truth. The other thing is, I said in my apartment to my mom, I want to get really angry on camera so that you guys can see it, but also hopefully you can see how I go from being up here in anger to bringing myself back down. What brings, and I'm going to ask you folks, what do you do to bring yourself back down? What I do to bring myself back down is I talk, but I also understand what the manipulative people want. They wanted this to happen without me being able to expose them. So they got confused between me saying I want this investigated by professionals and them trying to investigate and distort the facts. There's no confusion. Anyone with common sense can tell the difference. The other confusion they had is when I said I wanted it public, that this is happening, just like other victims have made this public, and them trying to invade my privacy and twist things and lie on me. They said I wasn't bathing for a year and I wasn't wiping my butt, and yet at the same time, I'm interacting with people. And even when I'm home, if I wasn't wiping my butt, my mom was with me. Why would my mom let me stink with a stinky butt? I mean, come on. They try to knock, they knock when they try to correct stuff. They got it wrong again. I am interacting with people. And that's my point. They're so quick to judge and put down and condemn. They're quick to pick up those stones and throw them, especially at women. I see right through them. So you see how I got upset? I'm going to bring it down by saying, I see them. You see them. They're quick to throw these stones at women, especially us. Especially us. And because they're such cowards, they run back and forth in the hall. They thought I was going to open up the door and keep catching them. They would run back inside because they're cowards. So they said, oh, we're going to try to cover. Don't cover anything up for me. I was not walking around with a stinky butt. I was not taking care of myself. I have a disease or illness, whatever this is, that is progressing and it's worsening. I don't need anyone to try to pretend that this is okay. It's never been okay. It will never be okay. And their lies are not going to work. The last point I want to make is their insistence that I need a man to stand up for me and make the situation better. What I need is for the liars to be exposed, for the stalkers to be exposed, for exactly when this shit started to be exposed. And yes, I know they don't give a shit about me, but their only problem is they made sure everyone else would start to give a shit about me by doing this publicly, not just to me, but to other people. So in essence, it switched on them. It turned around on them because they made me more important than I was before. So that's my point. That's what keeps me from getting up here. So they wanted to know, well, when people get up here, what should they do? I don't know. But what I do is I do a video. I let it out. I tell you guys I'm up here. And then I bring it down at the end by saying, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your support. I appreciate the comments. And we will get through this. I probably won't live to be an elderly woman doing this, but I feel like this was what I needed to do at this point in my life. I needed to expose this and tell people out there, you are not alone. You are not alone. It happens, and it's happening to a lot of us. Thank you for watching.